Hello, this week's episode is sponsored by the Four Quarter Combat and Fitness Gym. The Four Quarter Combat and Fitness Gym. Give them a follow. Thank you. Hello everybody, my name's Billy Moore and welcome to Billy's podcast, and today's special guest is Marc, is it Diakiese?
Diakese.
Diakese, I've just said that to John downstairs, Diakese.
Yeah.
Alright, so thanks for coming on, Marc. It's really a pleasure to have you here. So tell us a little bit about yourself.
About myself? Well, as you know, I'm Marc, the Bonecrusher, UFC lightweight, fighter UFC. Yeah, that's about me, from Doncaster, England.
Yeah, so what was it like growing up and the challenges you had to face coming over to the UK?
Growing up, really, it was mainly here. Obviously, I came over with my uncle. He already lived here, and it was just difficult. Obviously, the languages, you don't know the language. First time in the country, you get people trying to bully you anyway. So I started fighting. It was a lot of things that happened, but obviously that's who I am now.
Yeah, so so growing up, it's like you come over, you've got the challenges of like the language barrier.
Yeah.
So that's probably difficult. So, I read that you were like 12 years old, is that right?
Yeah, I was 12 years old,
so you're 12, and was you fluent in English at that time?
No, I had zero English. I did not speak none.
That must have been crazy for you.
I can remember one time the teacher said to me at school, I think she told me about something, and she said, "Do you understood?" I said no. I didn't know what it meant, but I just said no anyway, and the whole class laughed at her. so that's humiliating as well, isn't it? You know what I mean? Yeah, but me without knowing, started laughing and I got on for it. So I kept getting into trouble like that as well in classes, because things that I didn't really understand what they were saying to me. I'm just like going with it.
No, I just think it's. I was speaking to John and I thought, you know what? It's an incredible story that you've got. You've come over from the Congolese. Right.
Yeah.
You're 12 years old. You're an asylum seeker.
Yeah.
You're and so where you're at today. Like, so what I'm interested in, I think what the viewers would be interested in is all those challenges you're up against. So like in school, you're not speaking English.
Yeah.
You feel humiliated and embarrassed. So how did you overcome all that?
I don't know. I just think maybe where I came from, certain things seemed normal at the time. But the more you get used to it, you learn to deal with things differently. Yeah. And I think that's what I did. I think it's just the mentality, just knowing. They're probably think they're bullying me, but to me, it was nothing, I've seen worse. Yeah. But, I also knew how to stand up for myself. That got me into a lot of trouble because of that. Yeah. Yeah.
So seeing worse back home, what was you witnessing?
It's a lot of stuff really. Mainly is poverty. If you're rich, you're rich. You're poor, you're poor. Yeah. And there's no in between. I saw that, but then obviously there's things that I don't feel like comfortable to come and tell people, because I feel like people know me as just Marc. Yeah. But I've faced my challenges, and I feel like everybody has their struggles. So there's a lot of things.
Well, your struggles are what make you today. And see, my experience as well, and a lot of other people's is. My background was quite difficult. Yeah. I grew up in, we were quite poor. I had nothing. I was bullied in school. Yeah. Not because of I couldn't speak the language, because this is my first language. Yeah. Because of the way I looked, because of the clothes that I had on. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I got that too.
See, and I couldn't. I stood up for myself because I had to. I had no choice. I became a boxer. I boxed for England. I ended up boxing in Thailand. I competed in Muay Thai competitions. I fought around. Fought in all around the world, and he enjoyed it. Yeah. But what your story, right? It kind of where you're at today. It's massive. You know what I mean? Yeah. You're in top of the game in the UFC.
Yeah. No, it's only time I sit back and I think, you know what? Yeah. You know what? Regardless of everything that goes around, you take the losses. You get stressed about things. I think I sit back now. I think, you know what? My life's all right. I haven't done bad, I'm 27. I've got my own stuff, I've worked really hard for where I come from to get to here and to do what I'm doing, you know, I should be grateful, and you know, there's more to come. But if I'm not seeing that, sometimes, you know, it can get into, you know, certain things that people say or do, because usually, you know, I'm in the limelight. It's a bit, you know, but I feel now I'm really managing my stuff, and, you know, I know who I am. I'm happy, you know, I'm grateful.
And that's the bottom line, being grateful and having gratitude. And, you'll find that humility within the game as well. You know, because do you ever come across like the ego, people who feel better or think they're better than anyone else?
It's always that, you know, especially where a level I'm at. It's always that. Even people outside thinking they're better, or, you know, you've ever got this, you've got that, because you haven't got it. Do you know what I mean? You just got to understand, like one thing I've feeling by myself. This is a journey to me. Like, people know me outside as UFC fighter Marc Diakiese, but that's my platform to get what I want to get. But there's a lot behind it that I'm working at. If I look at the bigger picture, I'm actually doing good, you know, where I'm at now compared to how I would be if I was in this situation. So I think I'm doing good.
Yeah, you are doing good, mate. You're doing incredibly well. So where would you want to be, or where do you see yourself in the next 5 years?
In the next 5 years, you know, now I feel like I'm in the right gym. I'm focused, and I just feel like I'm just ready to really get myself where I want to be, as in, like, start aiming at these top 10s, you know, going towards title. I feel like I really can, you know, because I put the work. I put a lot of work, and I've trained everywhere. I've seen all these guys how they doing, you know. I feel like I can do it, and it's a bigger picture. And I feel like where I come from to get here and to do that and represent my country, you know, it's a lot of opportunity for others to follow me, because when I went there, I didn't see no opportunity for, like, kids. They had no hope. They ain't got no so much to look up to. Only thing they had, maybe music, maybe that. But I feel like with my ability to where I am now, I can really show that to them, you know. So it's about me, you know, being sort of a hero, you know what I mean? Just putting the training and getting out there for them.
Being a role model for others.
Model. Yeah.
So what attracted you to, like, UFC or fighting? Because, you know, you're over here, you're 12 years old, you're in school, you know, you're living in Doncaster, is that way you see your origins are in the UK. So what attracted you to fighting?
Literally, so fighting was like, after school, because I was fighting a lot in school, the name, like, carried outside, like, that's that guy, he fights, Marc. So people were trying to start trouble with me, and I kept fighting, and I was very keen to fight. If you give me a phone call, because I always used to say, I haven't got no brothers or anybody to back me up. So if you fight me, you have to be prepared.
Yeah.
And I was coming with everything, like, I'm coming to hurt you.
Yeah.
So that used to happen a lot, and I was just trying to get out of trouble. Like, where I'm coming from, you act different way with all the older people, and the way you go around about things is a bit different. And I knew where I was, like, it's not where I want to be if I want to help out people that I've left in my country, like my mum. I knew this is not, you know what I mean? I'm not following the right path. I was trying to get out of it. So I went to a gym to try to keep fair, just get out of trouble.
And what age was you then?
I was 17.
That's like, so you started late, really, didn't you?
Yeah.
Which is, but, like, that's like a brilliance and achievements. From starting late to where you are today. So you go into this gym at 17, and did someone just say, you've got something there and we want to tune you up?
No, I actually went for a bit. I went for maybe like 2 weeks, but I had no gear, no equipment, so nothing. I was just like, I was a bit cocky, like, I went in thinking, like, I can take everybody. I got my ass whipped, and I left. I came back in about maybe 2 months, came back to the gym, and I just never left from that. And I kept having, like, amateur fight after fight. I kept winning, and that was it. I kept winning. I'm like, why not? Just keep fighting.
Yeah.
And here we are.
Here we are. So going forward, you've had 14 fights, 4 losses. Four losses.
Yeah.
Is that correct?
Yeah.
So talk me through a few of those fights in the early days and some of the best that you've had.
The best.
So I think the last one you had before your loss was Dan Hooker.
Dan Hooker.
That was a good.
Yeah, it was a good. That was. Was it Dan Hooker? Yeah, no, I lost to Drakkar and Dan Hooker. Second loss.
So, tell me about these fights. Tell me a little bit about your climb up the ladder.
The climb was fun.
Yeah.
Yeah. So obviously, I was a bummer. Won the belt, defended it, and I got signed by the UFC, and that was obviously the best time of my life. And I got the contract, and my first win in the UFC was in Manchester. That was a good performance. Things was going well, but after debut, my phone literally died without me even touching it, just from people texting, calling.
Yeah.
It's a lot of people that they wasn't close to you, trying to get themselves attracted to, you know. A lot of things, even like management companies, let me manage you, let me do this for you, let me do that. So there's a lot of distractions that comes with it. Whereas now I feel like I've kind of took my lesson from that, and I've took my losses with it as well. And then now I'm in the right spot where I can use that for with my benefit, because I'm not cut from the UFC. I can really restart, and get myself going.
So yeah, there's a lot of temptation, isn't it? When you get
a lot of temptations.
See, it's not easy, you know, when you're getting a name for yourself and you're doing really well.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, you know, people want to know you.
All of a sudden.
Yeah, people want to attach themselves to you. A lot of phonies.
Yeah, can you remember me, Mark? I'm like, I can't remember, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Some people fall out without you even knowing, like, before you know. If they don't give you the reason, you just end up falling out with a lot of people.
Because you don't acknowledge them, or you don't know them.
Or because you're just busy trying to make it out, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I've really gotten used to that now. I understand the game. This is what I want to be, this is how I want to behave, this is how I want to be. And I'm following that.
Have you found, like, since you've been training in this way, you found some discipline?
No, I feel like I've always had discipline. Always. I'd rather lose knowing that I lost to a better guy than knowing because I did something bad, that's why I've lost the fight. Because that will really get me. It'll hurt my feelings.
So you train really hard?
Yeah, I train really hard. We'll always prepare for my fights. There's never a fight where I feel like I'm questioning my fight, saying, "Oh, should I train harder?" Yeah. It's, you know, it feels like I've always put an effort for my training. So, yeah. Oh, what's that?
That's see, that's like probably the most important part of like your training regime is to have that discipline, the routine. See, there's a lot of things that sidetrack fighters, and a lot of other things as well, like women, money, cars. You know, how do you cope with all the external stuff? You know, like. If you're coming from a place where you've never had nothing, and all of a sudden you've got something, do you find yourself feeling a little bit distracted by the shiny things as well?
You can be distracted, but I see when you say a lot, it depends what you mean a lot. When you say I've got a lot of things, to me it depends what you mean by that. Because, like, I could be eating, I could have everything, and I'm good, but what about people behind me, you know? They're still struggling, my family's still struggling, they're not at the best position, so I haven't really got what people think, you know, what we call a lot.
Yeah, I know, because you give a lot back to your family, don't you?
Nah, that's the code. You have to, you know, help the family, because if you're not helping, well, as well, that's the code, so I'm the front line.
That's really like humble of you to actually, you know, to give back.
Yeah. Well, to me, maybe it's the way I've been brought up. I don't see like I'm giving back. It's like, that's my people. I gotta help them, you know what I mean? Because especially me going back now, seeing the way it is, it's like, they need me, you know what I mean, to be good. But,
is there a lot of violence over there?
I won't say violence. There's violence everywhere, but that's just Africa, you know. People, they're not in best conditions, so people are struggling, and there will be some, you know, some violence because there's not much going on.
No, not much going on. So, what would so any plans of going back home, or did you ever go back?
I've just been for 2 weeks.
Have you?
Yeah, I just been. And I didn't see my mum for 16 years, so this was the first time to go back.
16 years?
16 years I didn't see her for, yeah.
So what, you're 27?
Yeah.
So you must have been, what, 11?
12, well, I left when I was 11, I came when I was 12.
And you haven't seen your mother since?
No, I haven't seen her.
Wow, how did that feel?
It felt amazing. If anything, I just got more motivation. I know what I gotta do. I gotta know. My mind knows it's clear where I want to be. You know how I want my life to be. I feel like that anyway.
You feel like that anyway?
I'm clear. Yeah.
You're clear. So, Who have you got coming up, fight-wise?
Nothing yet.
None yet.
But right now, it's just about, I feel like staying active at the gym, getting better every day, and just whoever comes, lay replacement, I'm ready. If you've seen me spar, I took a fight tomorrow.
Yeah.
I feel ready.
You're ready for the fight tomorrow? If that was,
Yeah.
if the call was there, you'd go for it?
I'd go for it, yeah.
Brilliant.
Just gotta stay ready.
Is right. So, your losses, right? Talk about your losses, how that made you feel.
At the time, it made me feel like obviously the world was over. Nobody loves me. Everything's nothing's going right no more. I took it 3 times in a row. That really humbled me. Like I came at my lowest.
Yeah.
Because what I was losing all my fights was saying my first loss, my second fight loss, and I was with my girlfriend for 8 years. We split up. So all that was going through my head, and I was just getting depressed. I'm like, I'm losing fights, but all I want is just one phone call, from like a family member to check how I am. Yeah. But everybody's ringing me to check for money or for this. That was getting to my head, and I'm like, oh, she's gone, this. Everything was just going downhill. Yeah. And then I had to really just get out of it, you know what I mean? Because I'm like, if I want my life to be good, I have to get out of this or get stuck here. It's entirely up to me. And when you have weight in your shoulders, you haven't got time to think like that. You just have to move forward.
Yeah, because you're human like the rest of us, and people don't seem to see that.
No.
At least you think you're on a platform.
Yeah.
You're doing really well.
Well, you got everything.
You get beat and you just take it on the chin.
Uh-huh.
But the reality it is, you've got to go through all that pain.
It's not just about losing or winning. There's literally everything on the line. Because like the time I put into training and what I get out of it is like when you find that 15 minutes it's my entire life really. How you plan your life and stuff are going to happen is through this, and you put everything into it. So imagine losing, just going on thinking, I gave myself into this, I gave everything I could, and you lose, and people outside laughing, this and that. You know what I mean?
And you had nobody, so you must have felt like, did you feel really lonely?
I felt lonely, but I also learned like I have family all over Europe, but we're not like in a one spot. So one's in Belgium, Holland, but here, like especially in Doncaster, I'm there by myself. My uncle I came with, he lives in London. Do you know what I mean? So I'm like just doing my own thing, and by nobody did there not knowing what I'm doing, it's a bit hard. You know what I mean? So I had a downtime thinking, fucking hell, I just wish, you know what I mean? But I started obviously seeing professionals as well to sort myself out. And
really?
Yeah.
So you had to go down that avenue of like seeking out therapy.
Yeah.
It's mad that, isn't it?
Huh?
It's people like you're at a young age and you're in the prime of your life, and people don't realise, outside you look okay, but inside it's going on. It's eating you away.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, it was difficult, but I feel like it's made me to a different person. Like I don't care what anybody say or do. Like I know me. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. No.
Yeah.
No, I get it. It's like I admire your honesty.
Yeah.
It is. It's important to share this stuff because people don't realise that you do go through that depression.
Yeah.
You do have those dark days. You are struggling. You do suffer. Some people suffer in silence.
Yeah.
Suffer with a smile.
Yeah.
But when you share it with others, it gives others the courage to go, do you know what? Hands up, I'm not on my own here.
Yeah.
I would never, right?
Yeah.
have thought that you'd been through, with all that stuff.
I know, but it's just I'm saying people just see from the outside, but I was going through a lot, and that's why I feel like it's bad and good. This is the point where I feel like as a fighter, it's either make or break. You can't be in between. So right now I feel like okay, I know where I am, I know where I'm going, and it's about just putting the work and look ahead. Whoever's talking, whoever's doing, I don't care. You're not good for me, you're gone. Yeah. You know what I mean? That's how I gotta be.
Yeah, that's it, mate. Yeah. Just like all that negativity, just remove it.
Way,
Focus on positive stuff, move forward, train hard, and reach your goals and what you achieve. So what is it that you want to achieve at your end ultimate goal? Do you want to be the UFC world champion?
Goal,
Come on, tell me about it, mate.
I'll tell you the truth, because I never wanted to be a fighter. It was just something I was just natural at. I'd like to have a UFC belt because if you not got that fire, I don't see the point in it. But my ultimate goal is always to make my family stable and comfortable. That's my ultimate goal.
Brilliant. You know what? That's lovely hearing you say that, to be honest, because it's not about what's in it for you.
Yeah.
It's about supporting your family.
Supporting your family, yeah.
And you do that, don't you?
I'm doing
that.
Yeah.
One of the lads told me before. He said, you know, the money that he gets, he sends it back home.
Yeah, I'm doing that. Yeah.
That's amazing.
Got to be done.
It is. It's got to be done. You know, and you're not selfish. So that just goes to show that, you know, it's you're being brought up really well.
Yeah.
You know, and all those dark days that you've had, you know, you're not alone there. How did you cope? Did you get to a stage in your life, right, Mark, where you thought, I'm not going to make this mentally? You know, depression, feeling lonely, feeling lost, and not having anyone there for you. So what got you through?
It's crazy. It sounds like, but my manager, Carl Messon, he's been there for me. I can't lie. He's helped me. Not just, like now, he's not like my manager no more. You know, he's like a family member. Yeah. I go there like every like weekend to see him. He's helped me a lot through my stage that I was going through. He was there for me because I even moved in with him for a couple of weeks to live there with him just to get my head right and before I go my own place. Yeah. But he helped me a lot. What's
his name?
Carl Messon.
Big shout out to Carl Messon there.
Yeah, he helped me a lot.
Is right.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's what you need. Did you feel you needed someone who could sit there and just listen and understand what you were going through?
No, I feel like everybody, you need somebody. It's like I could have something in my head, talk in like I used to. What I used to do. I'll see it or go in my room, cry out, whatever, and walk out. I'm good again. But it doesn't go away. No. But you need somebody there to talk it out to really get somebody else's understanding from their side. I do feel like you need it, and that's what I did anyway.
Yeah, no, and it's the best thing to do because there's plenty of times when I've been in situations, Mark, and I feel like I've been a big hard man, right? I look it. I've got the eye for the nose, like the shape. Like people go, yeah, you look tough, but I've sat there and I've sobbed. It's it. You know what I mean? Yeah. And sometimes, like, and I say this because I felt that I never had the courage to reach out. Yeah. Because of the way, or that false pride. They must think this or think that. Yeah. Have you ever got down that road where you started doing other people's thinking? I would say that they might think him this or they think that.
What do you mean?
Like, so I can't tell you how I feel because you might think I'm a bit stupid or I'm a bit of a...
Nah, it depends like how you see, because like me, not everybody's there to tell everything, because some people could tell them they're really laughing at you. Yeah. It's about the connection. I see there's certain people you hang about with or you always have that connection. You feel like you're comfortable with.
Oh yeah,
People people feel like you could talk to, you know what I mean? Like my manager, I feel like he knows most of my private stuff, he knows, so I'm comfortable to him saying this is how I feel, this is how I need to do, and he'll help me if I need to.
Yeah. And that's important, that you've got someone there who's in your corner, who knows who you are, knows what you're about. Mm-hmm. Family, like you said. Yeah. It's like family. Mm-hmm. So you've got through all that, and you're where you're at today. So, you know, you're in training camp. Yeah. You're enjoying it.
I'm not really into training camp, to be honest.
No.
I feel like this is how I'm gonna live. I'm here. It's just, I'm having fun, you know what I mean? Because when I started MMA anyway, I did it for fun. Yeah. I didn't get judged by anybody or this and that, you know what I mean? I did it for fun. And I feel like here, I like to see progress when I'm training. If I'm seeing progress, I'm enjoying it. And here I've got good lads pushing me and I've got a good coach. So why not?
Well, you've got a brilliant coach. You've got good lads. Yeah. I've seen the way you train before, non-stop for an hour. You know, that was intense. Yeah.
To me, that's it.
Bit of banter.
Yeah, you know, you need it. You gotta laugh as well. You know what I mean? So that's what, like I said, when I started, it was for fun. So you gotta enjoy it. At the same time, it's your job, but I have to see a progress, having fun with it.
So say, like, once all this is over, you mentioned earlier on that you'd like to become a role model for young kids and stuff. So once your UFC like journey's finished, so to speak, because you get to an age, don't you? Yeah. You got, what's your age? What's your maximum age limit? God willing, that you know.
God willing.
Yeah.
God. I don't know. I'm thinking like 40.
So you still like to be fighting at 40?
Yeah.
That's heavy, that, like, isn't it?
No. I think 40 is good.
You're going to have to keep on top of your game at 40.
I don't know, but I just feel like 40 I'm done, you know. Yeah, it's time to rest.
Who's your heroes in the UFC?
I've always liked John Jones.
John Jones.
Yeah. When Anthony Pettis were there, he was good.
Yeah.
Mark Holloway. I just take from different, you know, different style, different guys.
Yeah.
Learn from all of them and trying to make my own.
What's his name now? I think it was him. Is it De Silva?
Anderson Silva?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's the guy.
The
goat.
Yeah.
Yeah, the spider.
The spider. Yeah, I watched him a few times. He was lethal, like, wasn't he?
Yeah.
So once all this is finished, your career is over, what would you like to do in the future?
In the future?
Yeah.
I have obviously, this is personal. I have my own ideas to make money, but I like to do a thing like where I feel I could go to my like Africa and teach, you know, these kids that ain't got a clue, because I went there as well. I did some lessons and I went to some gyms. The level is not there at all, you know what I mean? Yeah. What we're learning, I don't think we can take it anywhere. The health and safety, it's a lot of stuff. I feel like if I was in that place, knowing what I know now, I could change a lot. Do you know what I mean? But I can only do that through making my platform bigger and obviously make people hear my voice to get these people out there. So it's about going home and just giving back.
And you've got a big platform for the age that you've been around, haven't you?
Yeah.
Really, it's so, you know, I believe that going forward you'll be able to be that voice for the people back home.
Yeah.
Which is important, and I like the idea of you know, you're thinking about others a lot.
Yeah.
You know, I haven't once, you know, sat here and thought, all his kids thinking about is himself and his own like well-being, and you know, it's nice to hear, you know, that you want to give back to the community. Yeah,
no, that's just to make it. I feel to make it where you want to be. Like you gotta have some sort of a goal, like be ambitious, and to me, that connects to my background. To come from Africa, I know it to be here, to have a platform, not to use and not to give back. Yeah. That's me being stupid. Yeah.
You're not stupid at all, because you know what, you've come here at the age of 12 and you couldn't speak English.
Yeah.
Right. I know what it's like to go to a different country. I spent 5 years in Thailand. Right. I spent 5 years. I only went there for a couple of months.
Yeah.
And I ended up there for 5 years, and I couldn't speak Thai. Couldn't speak Thai. And I got put in a prison in Thailand for a long time, right? And I couldn't communicate
with nobody.
Yeah. And I learned bit by bit, day by day. And then when I started to understand their language, some of it I knew what they were saying about me, and I didn't like it. You know, he's a knobhead.
Yeah. But you realise,
is that what he's been calling me for fucking 2 years? A knobhead. So you know, you start listening and you think. So I know how them challenges. You know, I think you're quite lucky in the sense that you started a little bit earlier than I did. But your English is pretty. You sound like you're definitely from Donny. You know what I mean? You've got that Donny accent.
Yeah.
But it's nice to know that you've strived for something.
Yeah,
you know what
thank
I mean?
you.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. So I see 27. It's always good to try. You know, like it comes with a lot of obstacles as well. Like not just me trying to make it out there. You go like family members thinking of this, he's doing this. So it's kind of difficult, but it's like, I gotta do it for me, knowing where I come from. Is like, what image do I want in my head, what I want to bring for my kids, you know what I mean? It's a lot to it than just me fighting, so.
Yeah, you've got kids.
Yeah, I got kids as well, yeah.
How many kids have you got?
I got 2.
2.
Boy and a girl, yeah.
Boy and a girl?
Yeah.
One of each, eh?
Huh?
One of each. 27.
Yeah.
I had my first child when I was 47.
47?
Yeah, that was only 10. Like, I'm only 48 now, so you can
lived
imagine.
it, didn't you?
Yeah, you can imagine how young he is. So has that changed you as a person? How old? What ages are they?
8 and 4.
So the young
boys,
guy.
8, yeah.
So how's that changed you as? Have you had a different outlook on life? As a young, because you are a young dad, aren't you? You're a young father.
No, it's like you do things more careful. Like I won't go jump off with like a I don't know, whatever. You know what I mean? I won't go jump off a parachute before I do crazy stuff. Whereas now, I gotta think, oh, if this happens, my kid this, my daughter this. You know what I mean? Or like, even just the way like you gotta talk to girls is different because I've got a daughter. You know, like I said, oh, so you can hear it.
Yeah.
You see, it's like, oh, what if someone doing this to my daughter? What if you doing? You know what I mean? It's totally different.
So your view on life and the way you look at it has changed after having kids.
After having kids, yeah.
Yeah, good.
It's made me calmer.
A bit more mature. Would you
More
say?
mature, yeah.
Yeah.
It's made me calmer because obviously, you know, younger kids, you got nothing. You can have fun, can't you?
Yeah.
But now it's like you go to a pool, you gotta look out. You gotta think, who's look after my kids? You gotta stay there with them.
And how often do you see your children?
Every week, like I have them from Friday to Sunday.
That's
I
nice.
drop them off.
Yeah.
Is it Friday tomorrow? What is it?
Friday.
Is it Friday?
No, it's not.
Nah, it's
Thursday
Thursday.
tomorrow. Yeah.
So Friday I go home and get them.
Well, it'll be a Friday when this goes out.
Yeah. Friday I get them and Sunday I drop them off and Monday I'm here again.
Yeah. So when do you think, Mark, do you reckon you'll have your next fight? Have you been to like Vegas and?
I fought in Vegas 5 times, Abu Dhabi once, my last fight was there. I wanna get out as soon as I can. But right now, like everything I've been doing outside the UFC, I've traveled, gone everything I wanted to do, I've done it. My mind's calm. I'm just, I don't even care. Obviously, I want to fight, but I'm just happy to be in the gym and just learning. And if a fight comes, I'll take it.
Yeah, do you feel alive when you're training?
Yeah.
It's like you train 5 days a week.
6, sometimes 7.
Sometimes 7.
Yeah. I honestly feel like without training, sometimes I get depressed. I swear, it's like my pills. You know what I mean? Sometimes I don't get home and start thinking about things. You're like, see if I was training. You know what I mean? This won't happen. Let me go back.
No, but it's true. A lot of people suffer with mental health due to it's a lack of like, not training or being able to go to gyms. For me myself,
especially right now,
I train every day.
Every day.
Right, I have a rest Saturday, Sunday, but I train every day.
Yeah.
And if I don't train, like yourself,
just
like feeling medication. If I don't take it, I start feeling
low.
I feel low, feel depressed. It's because it's important, isn't it, to keep going. It's
like I'm not doing enough. Like I gotta go back now, start again.
Yeah. So it's your medication, it's your pill.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It is. It really is.
So, is there anything you'd like to say, or is there any pearls of wisdom you can offer? Like these young kids coming through the door today who were training like yourself when you were young. What would you say to them if they were struggling?
Struggling, as in money?
No, I'd say like just as in just imagine you.
Yeah.
Right, you at this age, seeing a younger 12-year-old kid walk through those doors. And behaving the way you did at 12. All that fighting in school.
I just feel like everything works out. Like, especially right now, I feel like you might be in the worst place you think you are in the world, but things don't always end up how you feel they will end up. So you worry for something that's not really happened. Most of my worries I've worried for, but never really came to life. I was worried before it ever happened. Do you know what I mean? So I always feel like things will be okay. Just keep moving forward. Things always end up working out. You know what I mean? You might not get where you wanted to get, but you get somewhere better than you was before. So it's about just keep moving. You gotta keep that wheel moving.
Yeah. So you're positive.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So anyway, we'll finish on this.
Yeah.
Enjoyed it. Thanks,
Thank
Mark.
you.
Appreciate your time.